Hello, guys. Welcome to Global Happenings. Today, we have a trending news here for you. And the headline of the news reads Tinubu and governors lock horns as APC appoint acting national chairman. But before we continue with details of the news and further analysis, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish videos on YouTube. All right, let's look at the news in detail. An Abuja High Court ruling on Wednesday ordering the party's national chairman, Mr. Oshiomhole, to obey his suspension by his ward in Edo State opened the fault lines of the ruling party pitching its governors against their national leader, Senator Bola Tinubu. Tinubu is known to have installed Oshiomhole and has been his backbone, shielding him from the party's ambitious state chief executives who sees the national chairman as a stumbling block to their 2023 presidential aspirations. With the court ruling believed to have been procured by proxy by the governors, analysts close to the power play in the party says the stage is set for an epic battle with the national leader, believed, however, to have the ears of President Muhammadu Buhari. The party, however, quickly moved to avoid a power vacuum that the court ruling would have created, announcing the approval of nomination into vacant positions in the National Working Committee. According to a statement by the National Publicity Secretary, Malam Lanre Isa Onilu, the nomination approved on January 14, 2020 are Deputy National Chairman South Senator Abiola Ajimobi, National Secretary Mr. Waziri Bulama, and National Auditor Mr. Paul Chukuma. The officers, he said, would hold their position in acting capacity pending the confirmation by the National Executive Committee, NEC. With the development, Ajimobi, who was the immediate past governor of Oyo State, would step into Oshiomhole's shoes as the acting national chairman, being the most senior officer of the party. He will mount the saddle based on Article 4.2, subsection 3 of APC Constitution, which states that Deputy National Chairman, North or South, shall act as the national chairman in the absence of the national chairman. However, Oshiomhole said last night that he has proceeded to appeal the ruling, insisting that he remains the national chairman of the party. The embattled chairman, in a statement issued by his chief press secretary, Mr. Simon Ebe Bulem, said that he had appealed the ruling and filed for a stay of its execution. He said, "We have filed for a stay of execution and appeal the ruling. With those processes currently before the appeal court, Comrade Adam Oshiomhole remains the national chairman of the party." But Adam Oshiomhole was immediately countered by his main adversary in the National Working Committee, Mr. Mustafa Salihu, the party's national vice chairman, Northeast, who said the fresh appointment announced on the prompting of the suspended national chairman could not stand, opening another window of crisis for the ruling party. It has been analyzed that the power game last night said the court's ruling only ventilated the fault lines of the party and appears set to open windows of opportunity for contending forces to re-engage and realign in the bid to grab the soul of the APC for 2023 presidential fight. Although Oshiomhole's instant problem arose from his quarrel with Edo State Governor Mr. Godwin Obaseki, it was learned last night that the suspended national chairman might have unwittingly allowed the local affairs to be taken advantage of by national forces, which sees him as a stumbling block to their presidential aspiration in 2023. Obaseki was joyous last night, saying the court ruling had brought peace to Edo State. Addressing APC chamber members during the Edo South senatorial rally of the party in Benin City, the state capital, Obaseki stated that when they planned the rally last week, they did not know that God had a plan for them yesterday. No man is God. God is God. No man can play God. With what God has done today, what we should do now is just thank him, he said. Adding further, and I quote, the meaning of what happened today is that peace has now finally come to our party. The purpose of God for Nigeria in our party will now be fulfilled. According to him, and I quote, he said, my problem with Comrade Oshiomhole is that when people started saying that they were a those people movement, I called him and urged him to denounce them. I told him, Oshiomhole, to come out and say something. I told him, comrade, denounce them. You are the national chairman. Disassociate yourself from these people that are destroying our party. Up till today, he did not denounce them. But the court has taken the right decision today. It does not make me a happy person because it would not have come to this. So my message today is when a child puts his hand in feces, you do not cut off that hand. You take that hand and wash it. The police has beefed security at the National Secretariat of the APC following the order by Justice Danlami Sanchi that Oshiomhole should stay aside as the party national chairman. A team of policemen arrived at the party secretariat about 5 p.m. in 9 trucks and 1 armored personnel carrier to reinforce those already stationed there. The police personnel restricted access to the party secretariat. The party, however, pledged to respect all lawful court judgment as a law-abiding party. Justice Senchi has ordered Oshiomhole to step aside with ruling in an interlocutory injunction filed by one Mustafa Saliu and 5 others. The order is pending until the hearing and determination of the substantive suit seeking Oshiomhole's removal from office as the national chairman of APC. Justice Senchi also ordered Oshiomhole to stop parading himself as the national chairman of APC until the issues challenging his leadership of the parties are resolved. The plaintiff in the application filed on January 16, 2020 and argued by their lawyers, Mr. Oluwole Afolabi, has urged the court to declare Oshiomhole's continued stay in office as illegal, having been suspended from the APC. The other plaintiff in the suit, Honorable Amsalem Ojezua, Alhaji Sani Gumna, Mr. Oshuawo Stephen, Mr. Fani Wabulari, and Mr. Prince Will Ejo Farado. Arguing the motion Wednesday, Afolabi told the court that Oshiomhole has up till now failed to challenge the suspension from the party. According to him, Oshiomhole's right as a member is currently abated and cannot continue to act as chairman of the party as well as continue to enjoy benefits from the APC despite his suspension as a member of the party. All right, that's the news, and we want to look at some of the reactions of Nigerians because this is really a bad one for APC. Is an opportunity for the party to scatter. That had been the hopes of a lot of people, so that to some extent other people may have the opportunity of coming in. Don't forget that one of the allegations, though it was not included in the suit against him, was the fact that he has intentions of starting up another party. And according to Obaseki, he said he has severally called Oshiomhole and told him to denounce those guys who were forming this particular party, and he refused to say anything about it. So I think that right now the party is about to be torn into several, fragments. Don't forget that there are some key persons who have been targeting 2023, and most of them, or one or two of them, are close friends to Adam Oshiomhole. One of them, whom we believe was behind the election, the election of Adam Oshiomhole into the office of the national chairman of APC, is the national leader. I'm talking about Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. He is the number one person that is targeting 2023 presidency. And it was believed that if Adam Oshiomhole is still in that office as the national chairman, there is no way that slot will go to anybody if they not decide to give it to the South. Don't forget that the likes of El Rufai came out plainly and said that though there is no rotational position, there is nothing like a rotational position or plan in APC constitution, but it's ideal that if the North has enjoyed 80 years of reign, opportunity should go to the South. And an opportunity going to the South, most people were looking at the Southeast, but for the Southwest, the only person whom we believe will be most ideal for the APC was Bola Tinubu. But with this guy being kicked out of the office, it therefore means that so many other persons with the opportunity of showing their face. A lot of persons, or a lot of analysts, political analysts, had believed that some of those whom we feel they were under the grip of Bola Tinubu were also, meditating on showcasing their face in the 2023 presidential election. And the only fear was that, Bola Tinubu, this guy, Adam Oshiomhole, is under the control of Bola Tinubu, so there's no way we can break in. But now that Adam Oshiomhole is out of the way, their hopes have increased. Most of them who will fire out that time will be to the amazement of Bola Tinubu. And don't forget that Bola Tinubu is seen as one person that cannot be controlled. When he takes over the power, he will do things according to his dictates, and most people believe that he's overly experienced and may not really rule, may not really follow the tenets of democracy as expected. But some other also are of the opinion that Bola Tinubu has already paid his dues both in APC and also in Nigeria and should be granted the opportunity. So right now there's a lot of cracks in APC, and that crack is that most people believe some of them are still supporting the North coming in again. Some are also supporting the South, but this time around not the Southwest but the Southeast to show their face. But the question is, now that they have appointed a new acting national chairman of APC, do you think that the chances of Bola Tinubu being the candidate for APC come 2023, that's presidential candidate of APC, come 2023, do you think it's going to be possible, or do you think that he will have so many forces to contend with? Don't also forget that President Muhammadu Buhari had opened up when he was celebrating, I think his 78th birthday. He had opened up to tell Nigerians that he would not want his name to be used during the campaign. Everybody should work and earn any position that they so desire. That means that he may have failed the likes of Bola Tinubu, who did so much for him to come into office. Well, we have seen the start of the battle, but we do not know the end. Though Oshiomhole said he has already appealed the case, and from his appeal, the content of his appeal is like nobody will, enter into that office. But we are waiting to see as day passes by what the case will look like. All right, that's where we're going to leave you. Go to our comment section.